Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today, we'll be covering the Wakandan scientist herself, Shuri. The shocking, non-contact, armor-gaining, and phasing tech terror. We'll be breaking down all her abilities and the best ways to defeat her. Shuri's primary mechanics are based around her matrix charges. When struck, or when she blocks an attack, she gains a charge, up to 10. When at 10 charges, when she would gain another one, she instead gains an armor up passive for 1 second. These expire one at a time and cap out at 20. If Shuri strikes you, she will consume 1 charge to inflict a shock debuff for 22 seconds. If this attack crits, you will receive a passive critical shock instead. Shuri cannot crit naturally, but we'll see how she can gain access to crits later on. If Shuri has 10 charges, and she charges a heavy attack, she will consume all 10 charges to gain an untouchable passive for 5 seconds. This lets her phase all incoming attacks, and this is made extra problematic by the fact that all Shuri's attacks are non-contact. This means you cannot parry stun any of Shuri's attacks, so the chance of her throwing a heavy attack is quite high. Shuri's ability accuracy also cannot be altered, so no getting around it this way. Shuri's specials aren't hugely problematic, but let's have a quick look anyway. None of them can be evaded, and if they hit you, any shocks on you, passive or debuff, will be refreshed. The Special 1 grants Shuri matrix charges and indefinite guaranteed crit passives, but only if it hits you directly. Hits into the block here have no effect. This is how Shuri gains access to her critical hits, but if the fight is going well, this isn't something you have to worry about. The last hit of the Special 2 places shock debuffs on you equal to the number of shock passives on you. This is only really useful on offense again, because this only matters if it hits you directly. The Special 3 grants 20 matrix charges, so that'll be 10 charges and 10 converting to armor ups, and will also deal a burst of damage for you for each shock on you. But as always, Special 3s are best avoided. Shuri's signature ability grants her the ability to block unblockable special attacks, and she gains up to 5% perfect block chance against special attacks for each armor up on her. Nothing major here, but just bear it in mind. So the main issues we are looking to counter are the fact we can't parry her attacks, and her phasing once she gets to 10 charges. Luckily for us, we have a few options. Firstly, Shuri loses 3 charges when struck by a champion with true damage. Some good options for this are Adam Warlock, Corvus, Cersei, and so on. If not being able to parry her is your issue, there are some champions that can parry non-contact attacks. Some good options here are Proxima, Cull Obsidian, Guardian, and Angela. If Shuri does trigger her phase, standard miscounters will work just fine. Here we can use anyone with innate miscountering, or champions that gain True Sense or Vigilance. Good champions for this are Hercules, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Vox, and Silver Surfer. There are a few other champions that can work for different reasons. All Shuri's attacks are energy-based, so Torch will ramp up his smoulders very quickly. Above temp temperature, he also cannot miss, so is overall an excellent option. The energy attacks will also ramp up Havoc very quickly. If you do get shocked, then he will cycle his plasma charges extremely quickly. His bursts will admittedly do no damage whilst Shuri has her armor up passives, but you will be able to get a good amount of damage over time from the feedback debuff on his heavy attack, and you'll be guaranteed pretty much to be at max charges when you go for your big Special 3s. Finally, Gallon gains 50 charges whenever anyone gains an armor up effect, passive or debuff. While he doesn't counter Shuri directly, this will let you ramp up extremely quickly, and you can have the harvest ready to go. The other option is to learn to play around her. If you can reliably intercept, the fact you can't parry, or she charges heavy attack to cause his miss, is no longer an issue. treat her like any stun immune champion, and a lot of her problems go away. So, Shuri gains matrix charges when hit, directly or into the block. At 10 charges, no more can be gained, and when a new one would be gained, they become an armor up passive instead. If Shuri has 10 charges and charges her heavy attack, she will consume all charges to get an untouchable passive, causing all incoming attacks to miss for 5 seconds. All Shuri's attacks are non-contact and so cannot be parried normally. Use champions that can parry non-contact attacks, can remove her charges or counter her miss for an easier time, and learn to reliably intercept to avoid the majority of her issues. I hope this helps you against your future Shuris, and do let me know how your fights are going now. I'm currently working on 631 to continue the Act 6 run through, so I'll put up another poll so you can vote on the next champion you would like to see. I've also got the tier list refresh in the work, so look out for that. I also have a Discord server, so feel free to join that for bespoke advice, but also suggestions on future videos. Thank you, and I will see you next time.